Hello friend, today I want to brag about how good of a minimalist I am. The main thing I am super proud that I stopped buying is skincare. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's offensive to some people because I know a lot of girls and guys maybe like skincare, and that's a cult following to our skincare. And I used to be like that. I loved skincare. So I'm really sorry if it's rude or offensive to anyone. I'm gonna apologize to everyone in the comment if I am offending anyone. But yeah, I used to always use face cream before I go to sleep, face cream every morning before I put my makeup on, and I had this whole routine of like exfoliating and toner and serums, and I did the 12-step Korean routine because it's cute, and I had acne and problems with my skin all my life, so I was trying everything, whatever thing people would give me, dermatologists, anything, put it on my face, and nothing was working, and I was still buying, and that was probably a big expense for me. And if anything, like now I feel like, oh yeah, I'm saving money because I'm not buying any skincare, but also I think the main thing that has made the biggest difference for me, and I didn't even think about this, is the time I was spending looking for face creams, looking for new things to try, and the time I was spending applying all these things. And it was part of my, no matter how tired I was, I never went to sleep with makeup on. I had to get up out of my bed, do all my 12-step Korean routine or whatever I was doing at the moment, and then go to sleep. And I couldn't even physically fall asleep if I didn't feel my face covered in everything. And now it's like I can go to sleep even without lip balm. I don't know, that's maybe weird, but to me that was revolutionary. I can go to sleep without putting lip balm on. What are you talking about? What is this sorcery? Maybe I should bring you closer so you can judge me on my skin. I am wearing makeup just now, but I'll try to insert a clip of me without makeup over me talking to see kind of how my face looks like without makeup. And why I stopped, I think it was a point in my life when I had like a face cream from a dermatologist, and it was really burning my face, and I had to go to sleep in it, and I couldn't fall asleep because it was so painful. And that doesn't sound right, but he told me that's how it should feel and it's normal, and keep going, just get used to the pain. And that's probably not even the most painful thing I've put on my skin, but that time, I think it was last year or something, like I was pretty old. I was like, oh my god, I'll have acne all my life. It's not puberty, nothing's working on me. I'll just stop. I mean, I'll be ugly. I'll accept my ugly. This is the new me. I'm getting older. I don't care that much. I also kind of stopped wearing makeup. I still wear it for videos sometimes, but I don't really wear makeup otherwise, and it's okay. I feel like we get to a point in our life that we're like, it's just I'm ugly, accept me how I am. The funny thing is that once I stopped, not instantly, but I wasn't looking for any results or any improvement. I wasn't tracking this. I was just like, I'm giving up. But my acne kind of went away. So that's so stupid. Was I causing this? Was it me? It might have came along with different changes because I also tried to start eating healthier. I started eating more fruits and vegetables, and I was focusing on old people things, like take care of my actual health and not my acne, take care of what I eat to be healthy when I get into my old ages. Maybe that made a difference. Maybe the way I eat makes a difference, but I can't say, like, I'm still getting acne sometimes, but it's not overwhelming. It's not as bad as it used to be. I'm not very confident in putting pictures of how bad it used to be, but I'll see how I feel when I edit. And what I use now is just water and soap, and that's it. And I know soap is supposed to not be very good for your skin, and that's why I never really used soap on my face. And since I started high school, first time I was seeing it in magazines of like foam cleanser, gel cleansers, all this cleanser, and soap is bad, don't use the soap. Before that, when I was a child, I was always using soap, and my mom is using soap, and my grandma was using soap, and everybody in my family was using soap, and they're pretty. So why do I need to use all the fancy stuff and be ugly? In the beginning, yeah, it felt a bit drying, like it's stripping away all the oil, like that's supposed to be the problem of like you're taking all the natural oils from your face, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me, and I don't put any face creams after. I used to, like, if I washed my face with soap, to feel like, oh, I need some cream now, but in time I kind of just pushed through the uncomfortable feeling, and now my skin just balances itself to whatever I use as soap. So I don't know, I'm not saying like I'll go away and start using just soap and water and stop putting anything on your skin. But I'm just saying, like, maybe we don't need all those steps. Maybe take out a few steps, like some serums or some masks or some... We're doing so many things. We're so extra as girls. Like, we have so many routines and so many products that we need to put on our faces. So I don't know if it's necessary to have all that many. Like, even cutting down half of the things I was using before would have made a huge difference in my savings and in my free time and possibly in my skin. I don't really know. Like, and along with skincare, I also stopped using hair care. And I do really like my hair. Like, I was always, that was one thing that is covering all my insecurities. Just wrap me up in it and I'm happy. And I always kind of thought it's because of all the products I was using, but really I'm like, now I'm using just shampoo and an oil just to stop the frizziness sometimes, and it can be any kind of oil. Like, I'm not even looking what it is. They all do kind of the same thing. It just depends. Some of them are sticky and I don't like how it feels, but they still do the same thing. And when I stopped using my hair care, I think I stopped first with like my skincare. And then I thought, oh, maybe I should also stop with my hair care because my skin is looking better and I seem to not need all these things. So why am I doing all this stuff to my hair? But with my hair, I was kind of scared because I thought, oh, my hair looks really nice. So obviously what I'm doing, it's working. For my skin, it wasn't working. But if it works to use shampoo, conditioner, masks, and serums and sprays and all these other things, then I think I should be continue to doing them because they're working. But really, once I stopped, I think I just reduced them gradually. I stopped using a mask, I was just using conditioner. I stopped using a spray, I was just using a serum, whatever. And now I just got down to shampoo and oil. And honestly, like, I can't tell the difference. It looks the same. So that's just my hair. My hair looks nice naturally and my face doesn't naturally, and that's just the way it is. And whatever things I put on them, it's not improving them. And then along with starting to dream of being a minimalist, I kind of reduced my wardrobe and my accessories. And again, that was one thing that really made a difference in my life, not having that much clutter about and not thinking of like what jewelry to wear today or what goes with what, because this doesn't match with this one, and everything was kind of a mess. And I also had a lot of these clothes that were like, this one is only going with all the other ones, not necessarily for like style reason, but like maybe it's too short of a crop top and I need to wear it with high jeans, but I only have one pair of high jeans and that's the only one, so they only go together, and that's very limiting and it's messing with my head. And why did I spend so many years planning outfits? And I do like fashion and I am quite creative. I studied fashion design for 3 years and I still like to see styling videos, but I think I redirected my focus a bit more on basics and minimalism and a different style than I used to have. And in doing that, I feel like it allowed my creativity to expand in other areas because I wasn't burning out so much of my creativity on planning outfits and looking at inspiration and Pinterest boards and all these things that are really nice and fun, and it's something that you're enjoying to do and it's relaxing, why not? But I don't know, to me I really realized that once I stopped doing that, I am looking at other sources of entertainment and I'm allowing myself to be creative in other areas I've not paid attention to before. Not to mention the clutter. I really like having like emptier wardrobes and just seeing everything at a glance. And I'm kind of getting on board of this idea of having a few outfits that are so similar and not having to think of like having the uniform, like the uniform outfit that's what you're wearing every day, and you're just reducing a lot of the decisions you have to make. But for me, it's kind of like, this is kind of what I wear all the time, like black or gray sweaters, t-shirts, some shirts, and just black trousers that are very similar, and you can't tell I have different pairs of trousers, but they are different pairs of trousers. And the next two things, I feel like it's two things that people encourage you usually to buy more of, but like to me it's worked to not buy them, and I don't know, judge for yourself. And one is books. And don't get me wrong, like I would still buy books if it's something I really want to read as a physical copy, but I tend to go more for audiobooks or for library or for PDFs or whatever things I can find online and not have them as physical copies. And books was one of those things I wasn't really ready to let go when people say about minimalism that you can have a few things that if you care about them, if it's something that's important to you, you don't need to be a minimalist in the areas that are important to you. And I always thought that's books for me, because I like having books and seeing them and they make me happy, and having a nice bookcase, it's an aesthetic. But I'm realizing more and more that I'm probably not that much of a reader. I enjoy more audiobooks these days, and there's no point in having it just because I like to look at them. Maybe I'll change my mind on this one in the future, but so far it's been okay to not have to, like, not that I ever had to, but not buy as many books as I used to buy. Another thing that is quite encouraged usually to like buy more of is educational things, part-time courses, college courses. I used to do these things quite a lot once I graduated university. I missed learning so much, and I went to work, and then I was doing evening courses, whatever evening courses I could find that were interesting to me, and that was just because I really liked learning new things. And they were a very interesting experience, and I'm very happy I took them. Like, I took Java course, I took a web design course, and they're all like it's things that I would never have the opportunity to do otherwise, so I was really happy to do them. And I don't regret them in that instance, but now I stopped buying them and I stopped paying because they're quite expensive. Like, evening college courses can be pretty expensive, and I think I managed to find better balance in my work life and in my out of work life, how do you call that, just life. Yeah, that I get to learn new things from other sources, and I don't need to make extra time, pay extra money to commit to learning a new skill and get that feeling I like of learning something new. So even things like now doing YouTube, this was something I really wanted to do for a long time, and I even took a film course in college because I wanted to learn how to film. I only went to like 2 classes because then the pandemic happened, but that was really interesting, and but I think it was a way of like me trying to postpone what I really wanted to do, because I really wanted to just get started filming and editing, but I wasn't sure if I'm ready to start doing it, and I need more education, I need to learn more. It's my mindset of like, I'm not ready yet. But once I got started, this is much more interesting, and I get to practice in real time and face real issues, like not real issues, but if something's not working in my editing, then I'm gonna have to fix it because it's just there. It's not a hypothetical scenario that they gave me in college. And also, I didn't think that the college courses were as useful as I expected. I don't know, it's really hard for me to spend money, so it took a bit of time for me to convince myself to, okay, spend money on this course, it's gonna be great, just do it, come on, just do it. Before, I used to just do online courses and do Udemy or things I could find for free or for very, very cheap, but they weren't really working. I would do like a couple of weeks, learn a few things, which is still good. It's still good to do a couple of weeks, you're still learning a bit. But after that, I would kind of quit, and I thought, if I'm going to college and I have a professor and I have other students there, then they will have to make sure I stay committed, like they're gonna keep me accountable, and I will be embarrassed to not study. But actually the same thing kind of happened. I would focus for the first 3 sessions. Everybody's really nice, everybody has day jobs, no one's really as focused to like, make sure you do your homework, make sure you study, I'm gonna question you. So they're not that strict, which I was hoping they will be. But yeah, I didn't learn as much, and I forgot a lot of the things I learned because I've not practiced them. I was just doing them while I was in class there, and then it didn't seem much more difference doing a web design course in college than doing a web design at home myself and asking questions on Reddit. So I think that I am grateful for the experiences, and I would have regretted it if I didn't try to do some evening courses, or I didn't try to do some classes that I'm interested in here and there. But as I've done quite a few, I've probably done like 5 or 6 evening classes or weekend classes, and I realized that they don't bring me that much value that I expected. Maybe I didn't research it properly, and maybe that's a lesson. Maybe I need to look into them more before I commit to something and make sure it's definitely something that it will help me. But for now, it's not something I want to do anymore. I'm okay with learning myself, and I kind of understood that it's okay to have slow growth, because I was very focused on, I'm not learning enough, I'm not learning fast enough, it's taking me too long on my own, and that's okay. Like, I'm getting okay with, maybe I don't understand everything the first 5 times I do it, the first 10 times, but that would be the same with a professor. And slow growth, it's still growth, and that's much more important to me. And I'm also saving money, and I'm also saving time, because I don't need to go to college every time. Maybe I was also really tired. Going to college after work was really, really tiring, and not something you can sustain for a long time. Like, after the 6th course, you're probably not gonna, oh, let's sign up for another one. This is working out great for me. Hopefully this was nothing way too extreme and I'm not getting a lot of judgment, but thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.